Hello there everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of the WCW Return 2016. We are here on WCW Tuesday Night Ignition. We are on the road to WCW's return to pay-per-view at Bash at the Beach in 2 weeks' time. As we booked last week, we came up with 3 matches, which I will show right here. For Bash at the Beach, we got Cody Rhodes versus Stu Sanders, the Tag Team Championship with the Young Bucks facing the champs Kendrick and London, and a rematch of the finals of the WCW Championship Tournament where RVD will challenge the champion Bobby Roode. So tonight, we're on the road to Bash at the Beach, so let's get started. So here in a pre-show match, that had subpar wrestling, a little heat, Alex Shelley defeats Harry Smith in 7:21 with an automatic midnight. Alex Shelley had a 46 in-ring performance, and Harry Smith had a 31, rating of 44. For a pre-show match, I'll take that, and no improvements. So, not great, but just something that gets both guys some time in front of the camera tonight. Alright, so let's get to the main show. Alright, so the show opens with Stu Sanders grabbing a microphone and entering the ring, talking about how, this match with Cody Rhodes is unfair, he's already defeated him, that there's no reason for us to face again, and as, once this point hits, he starts talking about the Rhodes family and really starts to lay in about the Rhodes legacy and, his brother and his father before him. So the crowd got off to a strong start. This causes Cody Rhodes to come to the ring. They go back and forth until Mick Foley comes out and books a 6-man tag tonight where it's going to be Stu Sanders and the number 1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships, the Young Bucks, facing off against Cody Rhodes and the WCW Tag Team Champions, London and Kendrick. So that's a big match here tonight on the road to Bash at the Beach. Let's see, Cody Rhodes improvised well. Rhodes is getting better. Brandy helped. Foley did great like usual. Crowd is hot. And Rhodes came across well, and 2 storylines increased, so that's good. No improvements, but that's okay. I'm trying very hard to each week not do a promo every single time to open the show. As you saw last week, I did a match to open, so I think if I can keep changing it up, it won't get as repetitive or lackluster booking is hopefully the goal here. So the opening contest of the show, and about to have decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Shima Ion defeats Aaron Stevens in 8:04 by pinfall with a fast roll-up. During the match, we had a run-in from Roderick Strong where he attacked Aaron Stevens. So this is good. The goal of this match was for Aaron Stevens to get upset by Shima Ion where Roderick Strong caused it, and builds more towards their match at Bash at the Beach that's going to be coming up. Aaron Stevens and Shima Ion have great chemistry. Aaron Stevens had a 59, Ion a 43, and no improvements, but a 52 rating. That's good. It's a good start to the show for match-wise. We come back from commercial, and Aaron Stevens is in Mick Foley's office demanding that he has a match with Roderick Strong at Bash at the Beach, and Mick Foley obliges. So, at Bash at the Beach, we will have a singles match where Aaron Stevens will go one-on-one with Roderick Strong. So, Bash at the Beach is slowly building into one amazing pay-per-view to get back on the pay-per-view broadcast that WCW has not been on for so long. Aaron Stevens is getting better at his gimmick. Mick Foley is getting better at his gimmick, and he looked excellent, so that's good. No improvements, but a 61. I will take that. Alright, in a match I didn't expect a lot from. So in a terrible match, Marty Scurll defeats Psychosis in 6:17 with a graduation. Both men were off their game. Psychosis is getting better at his gimmick. Scurll got 34, Psychosis a 28. This was just kind of to get Marty a victory. Nothing more, nothing less really out of that. And no improvements, so unfortunately the rating was not high, but the result is what I wanted overall. Alright, now here we are backstage. Aaron Stevens gets a little bit of revenge on Roderick Strong from earlier in the night as he attacks him while Roderick Strong is in his dressing room. So, clearly this feud is getting some serious build towards Bash at the Beach. The hatred between Aaron Stevens and Roderick Strong is hitting that boiling point, which is great. I'm very intrigued to see where I can bring this feud coming up towards Bash at the Beach, and even past it potentially. Rating 44, that's just because of some overness issues that we haven't gotten to yet, but hopefully that will build. Alright, we have a triple threat match here, and a terrible match. Mr. Anderson defeats the Amazing Red and Chris Sabin in 10:24, when Mr. Anderson defeated Chris Sabin with a mic check. Chris Sabin was off his game. Mr. Anderson at 43, Amazing Red 33, Chris Sabin at 35. 42 rating. This is slightly disappointing, but I wanted to get Mr. Anderson a victory on the show. That wasn't just a generic singles match, so I put Amazing Red and Chris Sabin in there, where hopefully the match was going to be decent, and no improvements. So this match kind of didn't really do much besides get Mr. Anderson a victory, which it is what it is, and he gets Amazing Red on the show. And a lot of people don't like doing or booking tag team wrestlers on their own while they're in their tag team situation or gimmick. I will not be doing that, because right here you clearly see Chris Sabin is in a match. You saw Harry Smith and Alex Shelley in a match earlier on the pre-show. Just because they're in a tag team does not mean they're going to be in a tag team match or feature in a tag team situation every night. So, just thought I'd let everybody know about that. So here, Mr. Anderson, after his match, cuts a promo on Rhino. Last week Rhino got the better hand on Mr. Anderson, but Mr. Anderson is not taking that lightly, and he is certainly going to make a statement towards Rhino, whether it be tonight or at some point in the future. So Mr. Anderson did a masterful job, and the storyline advanced. No improvements, but a 51. Alright, backstage we have the tag champion, the Cody Rhodes, just talking about their opponents tonight as they face Stu Sanders and the Young Bucks. So this is that 6-man tag that we booked earlier in the show from Mick Foley. Hopefully these three guys will be on the same page, and as well as the other three. I had no improvements. Kendrick did a masterful job. London and Rhodes struggled, which is slightly disappointing. Alright, and about that had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Cody Rhodes and Kendrick and London defeat Stu Sanders and the Young Bucks 14:34 when Cody Rhodes defeats Nick Jackson with a Silver Spoon DDT. Paul London was the weak link. Paul London with a 40, Kendrick a 53, Rhodes a 65, Sanders a 66, Nick Jackson a 58, Matt Jackson a 57. This is a great match, a 60 rating. This is exactly what I wanted out of this matchup, was to have a big 6-man tag in the middle of the show that I thought would bring the crowd way up. So this is very good. No improvements, which is shocking, but that's okay. And the rating is 60, so we killed two birds with one stone without getting lazy booking in there with a 6-man tag. And I think the 6-man tag built nicely to it, and I just didn't put it together because it was available. Post-match, the tag team champion, the Cody Rhodes, are celebrating in the ring after their hard-fought victory over the Young Bucks and Stu Sanders. Paul London was terrible with no script, and Kendrick was superb, and no rating of 47. Chris Hero cuts a promo hyping up himself, talking about he's going to take any challenger, anytime, anywhere, and he will defend this United States Championship with honor and prestige, which is good. Chris Hero did not do well without a script, but is getting better at his gimmick. So 41 is building. In a terrible match, Chris Hero defeats Matt Bentley in 5:32 by pinfall with the Hero's Welcome. Chris Hero makes defense number 2 of his WCW United States Championship title. Chris Hero with a 50, Matt Bentley at 24. Overall rating of 41 in the match. Chris Hero improves in performance, and Matt Bentley improved in Rumble. So a very productive match here, even though it was modified as squash. But Chris Hero gets a defense, and he gets more over. The show goes to video footage of Chris Hero being stalked post-match backstage by a person under a mask. Eventually, the stalker attacks Chris Hero, leaving him laying, and then pulls off a mask to reveal that it's MVP. MVP has returned from his 30-day suspension and has targeted the United States champion Chris Hero. So MVP is back with a vengeance, and for some reason attacked Chris Hero. Low rating there, which is disappointing, but that's okay. MVP stands over the fallen Chris Hero, cutting a promo about why he attacked him, saying that it's his fault that Mick Foley decided to suspend him, and it's his fault that MVP was not able to get into the 8-man tournament, never mind the United States Championship. 6-man scramble there we had, and he is using Chris Hero as his scapegoat and felt that he should be the rightful United States champion. So MVP is making his presence felt, and he certainly is no fan of Chris Hero. No improvements and a 46 rating. In a poor match, Rhino defeats Lance Hoyt in 6:42 by pinfall with a gore. So, like I talked about earlier, the tag team wrestlers will be in singles matches, and this was just a simple get-over match for Rhino, building up to Bash at the Beach. Rhino had a 60, Lance Hoyt a 30, so for a 51 rating, I'll take that. And no improvements. So, just a simple get-over match for Rhino. Mr. Anderson attacks Rhino, but ends up missing, and Rhino gores him and makes him go out of the ring, scurrying for the stage and trying to get away. So Mr. Anderson tries for the cheap shot on Rhino, but Rhino is not having any of it, and clearly this is becoming a war of veterans of the business between Anderson and Rhino, and we get a 48 rating. And no improvements. And here we are in the ring. Bobby Roode and RVD have a contract signing for their upcoming match at Bash at the Beach. Mick Foley is the host of the contract. Roode signs the contract first before handing it over to Van Dam, who then jots his name down, marking the match official. However, things don't go so simple, and afterwards Roode and Van Dam get into a brawl, ending the show and building to Bash at the Beach. So clearly there's no love lost here still, and the finals of the WCW Championship is clearly not going to be the last time we see these two, and I am excited to see that main event one more time. RVD is getting better at his gimmick. Mick Foley improvised well. Segment deserved better announcing from both people. Foley came across well, and storyline has advanced. And no improvements, and we got a 67. And we already pre-booked that match, so. Ooh, we got a rating of 58, and we lost popularity in 18 regions. That's very disappointing, but you know what? I kind of felt this was going to happen right before Bash at the Beach. But next week we will be going strong on the go-home show to Bash at the Beach, so I'm looking forward to that. But until then, I will see you guys next time.